Hello, everybody. Welcome to my program, exposed by Gabriel Perez. And this time, I'm going to talk about a topic that could be controversial. It's about if what type of instrument Jesus died. There is different type of crosses, and even if you have heard about the Jehovah Witness, a torture stake could be any type of crosses. But the Romans were not the first one to use crosses to execute people, and the Greeks and the Persians used this type of punishment. But it might differ, from the different times and the nation, how they were impaled or nailed or tied to a cross. So we're talking about the first century Roman rule and with the Roman techniques. Well, first you need to think about this. All the movies that you are seeing, about Jesus Christ, even miniseries, I mean, they sometimes they show Jesus carrying the whole cross that could have been probably impossible to carry it. It might weigh about 300 pounds, so it will be difficult for half a mile to carry this enormous cross. It's more logic and obviously more plausible that he carried only the crossbeam, that they call it the patibulum. I mean, the tradition, not the Bible, calls this type of piece of wood that carry, the criminals towards the place of execution. So, on the other hand, we have only a stake or a pole or a tree. Um, and the Spartacus, the followers of Spartacus, you remember the gladiator Greek that just have a revolt against Rome. His 6,000 of his followers were crucified. Just think about this. I don't believe that's my point of view, but just let's talk like about a reasonable common sense. Okay, you're a Roman general, and you have 6,000 people that you will have to crucify. Are you going to waste your time putting crosses, the, the, the stake, the pole stake, and then uh, uh, have these guys carry the patibulum and then put it on the single stake and nail them? If you see, just imagine how much work would have been this to do it. It's not that easy. They are going to waste more wood, more time in doing it. So I believe it's more about the quantity of the prisoners to do the crucifixion. It would be a lot easier just to cut down trees, put in a single pole and nail the criminals on the cross. Just think about it. 6,000 people. How many crosses you have to make, you know? And it's not easy. If you see, even in the movies, they have to practice a lot how to put, if that's going to be a single cross that weighs 300 pounds, first they need to make it the hole, nail the person on the cross, and then with ropes, trying to put the cross on the hole to make sure that the person will not fall from the cross. Probably will be not only nails, but ropes as well. In the other hand, if you just have these types, the the vertical poles already situated on the execution site, then you have to nail the person on the cross beam, the patibulum, and then putting that patibulum with all the weight of the person on top of the cross. If you see, there is many movies. I believe that the first movie that they use that use a wooden structure or a platform to make it easy to make an executions. If you see during the French era, when they use the guillotine, they have a platform. When they're hanging people, they use a platform. Well, in Jesus of Nazareth, the miniseries of 1977 with Robert Powell, for me, is the best actor that portrays Jesus. They use a platform or a wooden structure to make it easier for the executioners to nail the persons in the crossbeam, and then with ropes pull it up, to the vertical stake using a wooden structure that is for executing people. So now, like I said, there is many types of crosses. There is even the X cross, according to the tradition. Andrew was nailed to this type of crosses, but we don't know because obviously the word staurus that means It's a pole stake, but it doesn't really refer to a cross. So I believe that it's irrelevant really if Jesus died on an X-shaped cross or a Latin cross or just a singular pole, but it's the sacrifice that he made to us. We will never know. There is in France a statue. You can look at it if you want to. Um, it's called the Torment of Marsyas from the Department of Greek, Etruscan, and Roman Antiquities. Is in Hellenistic art between the third and the first century before Christ. And you will see a person tied or nailed to a cross. It's a statue from that era, completely naked. Um, there is many controversies about how Jesus died. I mean, if you put your arms on top of your head, you will have problems to breathe. The more you have your hands up, even if you do this exercise, you're trying to put it like that for about 20 minutes, you will see that you are starting to have a lot of breath. If you have your arms extended, I mean, it really nothing happens. If he was nailed like this or a little bit like this, the more up his their arms, the more trouble we'll have for breathing. So you can look at this. This is the only statue from the before Jesus era, between the third and first century before Christ. It's called the Torment or Marsyas. It's in Paris, France, in the Museum of Louvre. So once again, I mean, we were not there. There's not really any type of statue or any type of, I mean, something that we can say that Jesus was nailed to a cross or a torture stake or something. That there's really nothing. We don't know. We don't know. So one more time, it's not really the type of instrument where he was being executed or killed, but it was the sacrifice. So, there is a lot of information about the crucifixion, in Google it. You can use the YouTube, and probably it's up to your own beliefs and common sense if you want to decide in which type of instrument he was killed. But obviously, like I said, we will never know, or who knows? We might know it. Maybe the only thing that they have found in Jerusalem is some bones. That there was a heel bone or ankle bone with a nail attached over there. That this person probably was nailed to the cross on the sides of the vertical wood. But we don't know how he was nailed. The arms, or and I mean, because there's no way to know it. They found out some other bones that were attached to the bone of the hand, and it looks that the nail came through the from the to the front of the hand, not to the from the back of the hand, not the front. And it's red. You can see and just look at the YouTube, proof for crucifixion, and you will see these documentaries or the and some videos and pictures about these archaeological finds. So once again, we don't know what type of instrument Jesus died, but it's the sacrifice that he made for us. I hope that you liked this video, and you can just come to make another video with the same information in Spanish. Okay? May God bless you. Thank you very much.